Right, we're going to have a quick look at the last horse here. This one is obviously the biggest stretch of them all. I mean, you will see that it's running pretty average at the minute. But the Master Dane O'Neill's one on it. Why am I not surprised? Anyone that knows me will know that he's probably easily in my top three English-based jockeys. And it's an interesting horse, this, I think. But whether it's going to... it's one of them where it's up to the connections, really, what they do with it. Because it is actually quite a well-bred horse. I mean, you click on the first dam here. And this one is actually quite immediately well-bred to a good horse. You know, the other two, we've had to go back maybe a little while to find a fair horse. But this one here is actually a full brother to Mehme, you know, Group 1 winning stallion. And you have to say, out of all the stallions that have come to the barns in the last 2 or 3 or 4 years, this one's done arguably better than most of them. Not signed any classic winners yet, but only because I feel that, I don't know why. I've chanced a couple as well. They've not really trained on from 2 to 3. That'd be my only worry with this stallion yet. But regarding this, I mean, you've got to feel that the horse I'm thinking of looking at, Mehme, I'd have plenty more to come running off 76. You know, running to 76. What's he ran to there to win that? Hard to say. But another thing I noticed, that Mehme was actually quite well bred himself, 7A, which makes me wonder why they're not training on. Because Mehme, if you look there, it's actually from the family of Lucayan Princess. Lucayan Princess is a superb horse and breeder. She is the breeder of some world-class English horses like Lusso, Needle Gun, and Warsan. Horses like that, you know, proper horses. And if you go back further to horses like Sweet and Lovely, who is the fifth dam of this horse, you'll see horses like Chris Kin. Yeah, Sweet and Lovely. Derby winner. You know, why are these Mehmes not training on? Yeah, and I will encourage everybody really who's following this pedigree just to spend an hour just clicking on some of the dams out of Lucayan Princess. You know, I mean, I might be able to give you a little glimpse of what to expect. So you think there, she's not really trying to fold much else. Yeah, we're going back a couple, you see. Try through this because I know this one loads quicker. It might list them here. She's got 2 of her 4 starts. She was very lightly raced on the Sweet Solero at 2, and it doesn't list any of her progeny, which I think is criminal on this site. It normally would. Yeah, look at horses like Cloud Castle. Have a look and see what she's foaled if you get bored. See, there's old Lusso, sire of over £1 million, arguably one of the best national hunt sires in the history of racing in this country. Needle Gun, in my opinion, I will always say. Warsan, Needle Gun. But if you click on some of these dams in there, London, that's the one on this line. If you look at some of these, you'll see black type horses are plenty. Horses I know through previous experience, I'll need about 40 tabs to look at them all. And it's an interesting line because I noticed Rafa was on it, and that brings all into horses like Mishrif on this line as well. There's Rafa. So this is a line that I've seen horses with my own eyes. It could be anything in the last 2 or 3 years. Horses like Mishrif. Even down here, where you're looking at this section here, where this one is, there would be more than enough. If you go back even another dam, you're looking at horses like Rose Gypsy, French 1,000 Guineas winner. Arc winner there, looking 1964, Top Yo. Oaks winner, 1943. Argentina. Dual classic winners. These are good horses. Good, solid horses they are. And back in them years, well, Clive Britton had trained a few of them. Normally used to run in the old side banana colours, didn't they? If you think back. There you go, look, Lucina was. Yeah, training by Clive Britton. I can't place this one on the track. That's probably why, because she never raced, or she raced before the racing post started. Before we finish, then let's just have a look at See It Win, see what we think, and then we'll call it a day, I think.
They are set and off and racing. Just a little bit slow to stride, Vermilion, but she settles in behind them. They've got 6 furlongs ahead of them here for the Roger Jowett Memorial British EBF Fillies Novice Stakes as they
I've never been a fan of
race down
the track. I mean, look at it.
First furlong here on the inside.
Furlong race. Look,
Virginia in the green and white Diablo jacket. Wider out UBC in the dark blue. Between them is Rose Prick in the pale blue, with Mehme next to the rail in the green and orange colours. Just tracked there by Vermilion, and just shuffled along there is Loopy Loo in the red cap and white spots as they head down now through the first 2.5 furlongs. So on the near side, maybe UBC might just hold a narrow advantage from Amaretti, Virginia. Between them still is Rose Prick. Just behind them, angling for a run now, is Mehme, together with the shaken up Vermilion, who's getting a bit closer now. And the one that's outpaced is Loopy Loo. They're inside the final quarter mile here. On the near side, still running a big race at a big price, UBC. Over on the far side, though, Mehme has come storming through now to take over from Rose Prick. And Mehme is in front. Vermilion is finishing off with a real rattle down the centre of the course. They race up towards the line. Mehme is going to hang on. The well-bred Mehme wins it. Tight for second there with Rose Prick and Vermilion, who shape well.
I mean, it was his third start. You'd think that he'd be struggling to get that in a pattern race on its next start, wouldn't you, on the back of that? I mean, I think that's one to write down and maybe tread carefully with. But he's a well-bred horse. There's no doubt about that.